Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon from wherever and whoever you are. I am Dhananjay from India and I am 22 years old. And I have been stuttering since the age of 6 to 60% of the words. At that time, my stuttering was not significant enough, but with time, my stuttering became prominent, which I felt worse. As I grew up, I started to face a plethora of embarrassments and humiliations because of my stuttering, and which eventually pushed me into depression. I was too afraid and hesitant to talk about this even with my parents, but somehow I managed to hide my stuttering, which simply means that I just spoke less and I wasn't being myself. In fact, I even never spoke to girls during my graduation just because the fear of stuttering. And just because of it, I cornered myself so much that I used to talk very less. And because of that, I missed on so many opportunities. And all of this affected me so much throughout my life. But still, I kept a positive mindset that someday I will beat my stuttering and I will be a fluent person. So now that I have graduated, I want to pursue MBA as a career. But the thought of stuttering bothered me so much because stuttering was one of the biggest fear for me. And this fear held me back from so many things in life that I can't even imagine. But I knew that I have to face my fears. And the more I face them, the more weak they are going to get. And this can be achieved only by practicing. And MBA is a great opportunity to do it as it requires good communication skills and it will help me face my fears even more. And that's basically the only reason that I chose MBA as a career. So one day I decided that I'm going to eliminate my stuttering forever because this mental anguish and the battle between my mind and heart was too much to bear because my heart wanted to cure stuttering but kept my mind kept knocking on my head saying, bro, there is no cure for stuttering. Because in 2014, when I browsed on the internet for a solution, Google disappointed me with answers like there is no cure for stuttering. Because of this I was broken, but still I never accepted the stuttering because sometimes I was almost fluent and sometimes I just wasn't. And I found this really confusing. So I kept searching again for solutions. And in 2020, when I was browsing through the internet, I found a book which is called as Stuttering and Anxiety Self Cures, which was written by Lee Lovett. I also watched his videos on YouTube, and then I realized that Lee's methods are really unique and they have the potential to overcome my stutters and my fears. Then I read his book completely and then I mailed him about telling my experiences and what I learned throughout his book. And in response, after that, Lee assigned Pratyusha to coach me so that I could learn the crutches in a much better way. I started the live coaching sessions with Pratusha weekly from the month of October. And after every session, she assigns weekly homework, which includes reading aloud every day and doing my auto suggestion treatments daily. And most important one, using the crutches in all the situations. And her teaching methods are really effective because she explains everything in very detail and in very simple terms to me, due to which I was able to overcome my stutter after a couple of just sessions. And I even started to see major improvements in my speech in the next week just after the first session. And after two more coaching sessions, my speech was almost fluent. In the fourth week, Pratusha declared me as a PWSS. I was so happy at that time because I no longer stutter. Now, I don't think of stuttering anymore. And my speaking style has also improved because I keep following Lee's methods and what Pratusha has taught me. And in that, the key point was to think of a crutch whenever I speak. And I practice this so much that now I don't use the crutches consciously because for me, the crutches have become automatic. I would like to thank Lee for writing such an extraordinary book about stuttering. And I would really like to thank Pratusha also for the time and the efforts she put in to help me with my speech. Because for me, speech is my life. And I really want to thank you for changing my life and to helping me to become a better version of myself. And last but not the least, I would like to thank SAC for providing such an fluent platform because the video lessons and the library has truly changed my life. There is so much to learn from these videos. And I have crossed the first milestone, which is overcoming the stutter. But the course is not complete yet because now that I have become a PWSS, I need to focus on the next goal, which is loving to speak in all the venues. And I believe that SAM meetings is a great platform to experience it. Thank you so much for listening to me.